Saturday, March 5th, 2016. The Pittsburg State Girls women's basketball team looks to keep their late season winning streak intact as the girls seek their first trip to the finals of the MIAA postseason tournament since the '92 season. The Florida State Tigers stand in the way of the girls' history-making ways in the MIAA semifinals. We pick up the action early. Hayden Herlocker knocks down the wide-open three-pointer to ease a 2-0 Tigers lead. The two teams trade punches on a frantic first quarter before the girls begin to gain separation. Paige Lawrence joins the deep ball attack to give the girls a 5-point lead. Herlocker back in the score column again, this time off an assist from Kathy Brugman. Pitt State up now 24-16. Makeda Burgess joins the scoring barrage under 3 minutes left to play in the period. She drains the long ball, and the lead now grows to double digit. More history as Herlocker feeds the ball to Brugman for the layup, and she scores her 1,000th career points. By quarters in, the girls put up a blistering 35 points and lead the Tigers by 15, 35-20. Pitt State keeps separation in the second period, although Fort Hays whistles the girls' edge to 10 points, 51-41 at break. Second half action, the Tigers determined to make it a game. Jill Faxon gets some early momentum. A little bit later, Paige Lansford trims the lead down to 6. Longwith starts a 11-0 run with the long ball. Burgess drains the tray as well, and the girls now leads 73-57. Kai Gafford completes the three-point play. Bazaki counters with a basket for the Tigers to stop the bleeding, but Herlocker pushes the lead to 20 with yet another three-pointer. Brugman puts up finishing touches on the game with a three-pointer in the game's final minute as the girls blister the nets in the MIAA tournament record 16 long balls in the contest. Pitt State reigns victorious 90-74 as the girls run their school record winning streak to 15 games. Burgess led all scorers with 21 points, while Lomas and Herlocker add 17 and 15 points. Pitt State advances to the finals of the MIAA tournament. The second-seeded girls will face off against the fourth-seeded and in-state rivals Emporia State Hornets as the Lady Hornets knock off the top-seeded Missouri Western 85-74. The girls and the Lady Hornets will meet up now Sunday at 1 p.m. at Municipal Auditorium for the right to call themselves postseason tournament champions of the MIAA. In Kansas City, Missouri for Pitt State Athletics, this is David Haag. Wednesday, December 16, 2015. The Pittsburg State men's basketball team looks to end a 2-game losing streak as they host the Washburn Ichabods into John Lynch Arena. Dakota Jones will spark the Pittsburg State offense with a quick three-pointer. Washburn's Cameron Wiggins knocks down a triple of his own for the Ichabods. Wiggins will make 6 shots from the distance in the game, and the two squads will combine to knock down 19 three-pointers. The girls build a modest first-half lead as Josiah Gustafson and Chris Owens both connect from long range, but the Ichabods will bow back. Wiggins misses a driving layup, but Brandon Skin will get the putback. Gustafson will close out the first half with a mid-range jumper to knot up the score at 29-all. Washburn comes out of halftime red hot as Yvonne Blake hits a quick layup. Shortly after that, it's Wiggins once again knocking down the free ball, this time extending the lead to 5. The girls trying to coil a run. The girls trim a 10-point deficit down to 1, 55-54, on a pair of free throws by Josiah Gustafson with 9:30 left to play. The girls continue to bow but cannot put together a run of their own as Washburn takes this one by the score of 76-63.
It's tough, we were in an okay spot at halftime. We didn't feel great about the first half, but again, we were ready to come out, and then they kind of hit us with a couple good punches right at the start. And like I said, we just got to be better at taking those punches and getting stops when we need them, especially when they get hot.
Wiggins led all scorers with 26 points, while Blake will add 19 points of his own for the Ichabods. Gustafson will pace Pitt State with 14 points, while Jones would chip in 11. Girls will slip to 7-4 overall and 2-3 in MIAA action.
They just manhandled us on the boards. I don't know how else to tell you. They were tougher than us. They were more physical than us. They were, and here I am talking about us. I mean, ultimately it comes back to me. And are we doing enough blockout drills? Are we holding our guys accountable enough? Probably not. And so really this ultimately comes back on me as a coach that this is not the type of expectations that I have, and it's not the type of expectations Pittsburg State has for a team to put on the floor.
Pitt State looks to regroup Saturday, December 19th with a 3:30 contest against conference rivals, the Emporia State Hornets. This is David Haag reporting for PittStateGirls.com. Saturday, January 16th, the Pittsburg State girls women's basketball team hosts the Lions of Missouri Southern into John Lance Arena as the girls look to redeem themselves against last year's nail-biting loss. The Lions starting out the game working around the girls' zone with some ball movement as Drew Clark kicks it out to Deb Holmkopf for the D2. On the next Lions possession, Kenya Wilson-Brown drives her way into the lane and Kylie Gaffer gets her hand on the ball, forcing a turnover. Gaffer wasn't done defensively yet. The Lions dump it off to Desiree Burge, but Gaffer protects the paint and records her first of 3 blocks in the game. The girls pressing the ball up the court as Hayden Herlocker passes the ball out to Gaffer, who misses the jumper. But the ball gets tipped out to Michaela Burgess, who drives into the lane and gives the Gorillas his first of the day. Burgess drives to the basket and misses the layup as Jensen Mindu picks up the rebound and gives it off to Wilson Brown, pressing the tempo and dumping it off to Sheree Jones for the layup, cutting into the Gorillas' lead 2-1. The action is starting to get intense early in the second as Burge finds herself in the thick of trees, kicking it out to Clark, who drains the 3, tying the game up. Herlocker at top of the key drops it out to Gaffer, who tips it right out to Burgess, who drains the 3 ball. The girls holding on to a 3-point lead midway through the second, but that's when the girls went to work and started to extend their lead. Burgess with the crossover attacks the basket and finishes off the glass. Pitt State starts going on terror in the third quarter with a 20-4 run, with the run beginning with a Kathy Brugman 3 ball deep in the corner off a pass from Paige Lumwitz. Shortly later, after a Gaffer block, the action starts going the other way as Lumwitz gives it off to Gaffer, who passes it out to Brugman for her second trifecta of the game. The lead is now 10. The lead will find its way up to 14 as Gaffer with the pump fake gets Mandy to fall for it and Gaffer will finish. With the time winding down in the third, the freshman Shelby Lopez pushes it up to 20 with a triple as she will finish the game with 5 points. With an 18-point advantage in the fourth, the girls make a 21-point lead as Burgess gets the string from Gafford and pops it from deep. After shooting 18% in the third quarter, the Lions find its first field goal in over 10 minutes of play as Jones snaps the drought with the layup. But it is the girls from there on, as Herlocker drives and finds a wide-open Burgess, who will make her third trifecta of the game, as the lead will climb up to 24. Late in the game, Paige Imhoff drives to the basket, makes a pretty fake, and finishes the layup with ease, giving the girls its largest lead of the game at 29 points. Pitt State dominates the Lions by the score of 68-45 with the help of a season-high 11 steals. The girls improved to 13-4 on the season and 7-4 in MIAA play. The girls were red hot in the second half as they shoot an outstanding 76.2% from the field.
I think the way games have gone this season for us, we've had a lot of tight games, so there wasn't any letting up from our end. We just felt we had that lead, we weren't giving up that lead, no one was going to take it. That's just our mentality as a team with the games that we've played and the attitude that we have.
4 girls finished in double figures in the game as Burgess led the way with 21, while Gafford, Brugman, and Herlocker each contributed 11 in the win.
We've had our ups and downs this year, but I really thought Kathy and Kylie, our 2 seniors, came to play in the second half. They do a great job at halftime before the coaches even get in there, and I went to make a couple adjustments that the coaches talked about, and they had already made them.
For Pitt State Athletics, I'm David Haag. Friday, January 29th, over 50 schools and 1,200 athletes made their way to Pittsburg, Kansas for the Pitt State Invitational held at Robert W. Plaster Center. The girls were well represented in the action at their home facility. Let's pick up the action on the track as Alexander Burson crosses the finish line in the mile run in 4 minutes 21.4 seconds to place him 7th overall in a deep field of the racers. Onto the women's 600-yard run, where Emmeline Dearman clocks in with a personal best time with 1 minute 24.64 seconds as she finishes 2nd overall. The Pitt State men enjoyed a solid day in shot put. 3 girls placed among the top 8 individuals. Derek Manite finishes 8th with a best throw of 54 feet, 6.7 inches, while Bo Faro placed 4th with a heave of 55 feet even. The day belongs to Garrett Appier once again, though, as the defending NCAA Division II Outdoor National Championship tells us to implement 64 feet and 1/4 inches. Justice Burks also picks up a provisional mark in the 60-meter hurdles with a fast time clocking at 8.10 seconds. He finished 4th overall in the event. Cassie Caswell also scores a victory in women's shot put with a personal best heat of 49 feet 8 inches. She also picks up a second NCAA qualifying mark on the day with a 3rd place effort with a 59 feet and 9 inch in the women's weight throw. Rollins makes a strong collegiate debut with a 2nd place NCAA qualifying mark with 23 feet 4 inches in the men's long jump. Newcomer Yolante Bell also turns in a fast time in the 600-yard run, placing 4th in a 1 minute 12.69 seconds. The Gorillas hit the road next week for a meet hosted by Missouri Southern in Joplin before returning home to host the first annual Indoor Gorillas Classic, February 12th and 13th.